Hi there, this is Baby from Plenty of Fish, and welcome back to my video. There has been a missed week now on my channel. Yes, I missed a week of video uploading. I guess it's not an uncommon thing for content creators to stop posting things around holiday season, as this is like the craziest time of the year. On top of the crazy holiday stuff, we also all got hit by the flu. All of us were sick during the past week or so. Everything had to be put on hold. When the kids are sick, any mom out there would know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like you don't have a routine anymore, you know, like the sleep schedule is out of the window. The kids become extra clingy and they want a lot of snuggle. And during this whole sickness time, me and my husband were sleeping in the same bed with sometimes both our kids, sometimes one of them, almost every single night. So the sleep quality was really bad. Yeah, so I'm exhausted. All of us are recovering right now and my kids are doing fine. We still have a little bit of a lingering cough. I don't know if you can tell from my voice. It is still a little bit rough. I did film the contents that I'm going to be showing in this video during the past few weeks. Actually, I was going to do a very different video for the last video of 2025. Obviously, I didn't get to do that. Oh, by the way, did I say Happy New Year? Yeah, so by the time you see this video, it's going to be 2026 already. It's kind of a bummer that I missed the last video of the year, but here's the first video of a new year, brand new start. So here it is. It's going to be a month worth of plant chore footage to share with you and hope you will enjoy it. And at the same time, I just want to say the biggest thank you to all of you because I did hit 100 subscribers over the past week. I believe it was the night after, either the night after Christmas. Yeah, the night after Christmas, I hit 100 subscribers. And now as I'm filming this intro, I believe my subscriber count is 110. Every single one of you matter to me, and because of you, this channel is, in my head, slowly taking off. Even though yes, we're far from getting monetized, we're far from being comparable to any sizable YouTube channel, but honestly, to me personally, just this number alone in such a short amount of time is enough motivation for me to keep going. And yeah, because of that, I want to say thank you so much for staying on my channel, for subscribing, for becoming a part of the Plenty of Fish family. Okay, so without yapping too much, let's get into today's video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and follow me on Instagram. In the first clip here, what we're going to be doing is making this little trap thing for Anthurium. What you need is very simple, just a piece of plastic like this. I just cut it off of a plastic coffee cup, and you just need some pre-moistened sphagnum moss. I just want to take a moment and show you how juicy these Anthurium roots are. That's one of the most satisfying things, honestly, in my opinion, and you're welcome for the root porn. What we're trying to do here is to create this ideal humidity level for new roots shooting off of the stem right above the pond. What I'm trying to do here is to remove the top layer of the pond, therefore the new roots coming out can go straight into the sphagnum moss. And because the moistened sphagnum moss contain higher humidity, it can help the new roots establish faster and then slowly guide it into the potting media underneath. I just made sure the entire stem is trapped inside the plastic piece. And then I just take some tape to secure this trap like this. If you didn't make this incision like I did when you cut this piece off of the plastic cup, then you can skip this step completely. Now it's time to start adding our moistened sphagnum moss. I'm sorry if you don't like that word, but I don't know what else to say. Wet sphagnum moss? Not really. Maybe damp. Yeah, damp sphagnum moss it is. There's a little kitty cat. Just kidding, that was my daughter. She really likes to make these kind of random casual appearance in my video when I'm doing plant chores especially. And there's something that she says that's really cute. She says, Mama is a plant doctor. And in case you're wondering, Mama is what both Chinese and Greek kids call their mom. And there she is again. I think she was actually checking herself out in the viewfinder. Okay, now the last step is just to add a little bit more water into the moisture trap, and then we're all set. It's a brand new day and a brand new plant chore. So today I'm making a new moss pole for my Philodendron Florida Ghost. I used to have this plant in semi-hydro in Leca, but somehow I decided to do something crazy and put it in soil and add a moss pole to it. This is the new package I received from Russo, and this brand, of course, again, I learned about it from Wildfern's video. They make these open front D-shaped moss pole, and I'm really glad I ordered them because they are just so fun and so easy to work with. I ordered these basic moss pole kit that comes with a base, but I decided to not use it and just directly put the moss pole into the pod. And remember, the bottom of the moss pole needs to be filled with potting mix, not moss. So something worth mentioning here is you're going to see me putting these Monstera adansonii cuttings into the same pot. However, I have later taken these cuttings out and made a separate moss pole for the adansonii. Oh, real quick, some destruction from more root corn. I know, I've said before I don't want to keep multiple moss poles, but here I am, making multiples of them. I don't know why I do that to myself, honestly. A quick tip here is that it's always easier to fill the moss pole if you pre-moisten your sphagnum moss. And here you see me struggle to push it down. It's because the sphagnum moss here is too dry, and also when it's dry, they are very flaky and gets all over the place. So yeah, remember next time when you do that, pre-moisten them and squeeze out the extra water and they're good to go. This slow release dripper is honestly my favorite part of the entire Russo moss pole system. It allows you to water the moss pole without having the issue of water splashing, and also it's easy to maintain the moisture of the moss pole. All you need to do is to refill this water reservoir when it's empty. I have a list of things that I need to get done. Everybody in the house is sick at the moment, so this is gonna be kind of a sick doing plant chores with me video. I have these 2 cuttings from my Paeonia pulchra that are ready to be potted back into the mother plant. I talked about this plant last time in my big box store find. What's it called? The last video. And then I talked about some cuttings, and there are these 2 I think are very rooted and ready to be potted back. Yeah. So not sure you can see very well. New growth is coming out. Root system is developing very fast. I kept this in like very high humidity in my little greenhouse acrylic box thing. So both of them has these, roots shooting out from like mid of the stem like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna discard the perlite in it and put them back into the mother plant. Originally thought about putting this into a different pot, but now, honestly, I really don't feel very motivated to do that right now. I'm sorry if I just sound very unmotivated right now because I'm sick, my husband's sick, both my kids are sick. And it's been a few very rough nights because we've been pretty much kept awake all night long because my son, who's currently 15-month-old, he just keeps on waking up due to coughing, poor little guy. And yeah, we just have to get up and tend to him, and a lot of times the nights ended up being us taking him to our bed to sleep with us so we can better monitor him. Yeah, I don't know if I like leaving it in this pot. I kind of want to do a swap. Let me show you what I mean. Maybe during the filming my energy is gonna start perking up again, hopefully. So I have this wall hanger planter, one of these things that you just hang on a nail or screw on the wall. I like using these things, and they're also self-watering. There's a little slot here that you can pour water into. The problem with these is they stay they keep the soil stay very, very moist, sometimes a little too moist possibly. But for humidity loving plants that don't like to have their root system dry out at all, these are great. I just want to quickly show you this plant I'm talking about. There's a reason I'm mentioning it. I actually don't know if my plant is just a regular form Matilde or a Matilde splash, because as you can see, I do have a lot of splashiness, right? Sorry for the reflection. And also some of the leaf, they can get this kind of half moon situation where half of it is almost all silver. So I don't know, like if anybody know if this is considered just a regular Matilde or a Matilde splash or a mix. I have no idea. This could potentially be a splash if I continue taking cuttings from the higher variegated stems. I don't know. And the reason I mentioned this plant is because I kind of want to put the pulchra right here into this hanging pot, because I think pulchras are pretty humidity loving. And also I've heard after watching Emma from Good Growing's video talking about this plant, it is a plant that can potentially grow pretty well in lower light setting. That's where I had this plant in, which by the way, this is a very good plant to grow in either higher light or medium light or lower light or whatever lighting situation you have this in. It's going to grow well. The difference is you're going to see a difference in leaf size and the splashiness on it. I think those are the two main thing. Yeah, but this plant definitely grows very well in lower lighting, same as this one. So I think it would be fine to switch spots between these two. So that might be the first thing I do, is to take her out of this pot and put her in one of these new clear pot I just got from Temu. I will have to say I'm pretty impressed with the quality so far. This one is just a regular, I don't know, is this considered 5-inch? I would say 4.5 to 5-inch pod, and it's pretty thick. I like the build of it, and I think it's a pretty good size for this one. So I guess let's get started first. The problem with these pots is they don't have a flat bottom, so you can't really sit it down anywhere. This whole time I had to hold it up, which is pretty tiring. So what I tend to do is kind of just sit the whole thing in a pot like this. So it won't fall over. This is just one of those random, what is it even called? Like a random tray. It's called paper tray. It's actually a paper tray that I got from the $5 section in Target. That section is one of my favorite section to visit whenever I go to Target, because they just have such random selections of things they put on discount. So I got this one from there. I use as my main watering tray, and I also got a boot tray that I use as my repot tray, which is downstairs right now drying off. How do I start with this? I need to dump it out. Okay, let me dump this thing out. I have not. Did I water this recently? Oops. Ooh, everything just kind of came out. Okay, I guess there's that. So much for being careful. Yeah, I have not watered this recently, so it's sort of, okay. It's very dry. Even though it looks really messy, but with the roots being on the dryers, with the soil being on the drier side, they actually made this process a lot easier. Oh, I don't know what's going on with these two pieces. Almost, yeah. This piece has the roots rotted off. Like, the way you can tell is if you pull the outside of it off, it's just this teeny tiny little string that looks like hair almost. So I'm gonna keep this piece on the side for propagation. I'm not gonna pot it back in. I suspect the same thing happened to this piece. Yep. You see, like those things that look like a white hair almost. Those two pieces are goners. I mean, not goners. I mean, the root system. What goners? Oh, you know what? I'm suspecting this whole plant is suffering from rot. God. Oh my God. I'm glad I took it out, because look at that. It's very bright. Can you kind of see what I'm trying to show you here? Only that much left. Does this have any viable roots on it? I think it still has some on top, so this piece should be fine. I'm gonna set these pieces here, knowing that I'll be potting it back. Okay, now the story is different. I don't think I'm gonna be using this big pot anymore, because I suspect the root ball is gonna be a lot smaller than what I initially suspected. Yeah, there's so much roots that, okay, there's so much roots that have melted off. Ugh. Okay, hope this piece is somewhat better. Okay, everything is kind of rotting. Wow, this piece should have enough roots to still go back into the pot. These two pieces are the bigger pieces, and I think they might be okay. Yeah, there's some roots at the bottom. They're not looking quite good. Ugh. See that thing again? God. It's that thing again. Oops. Against my black shirt. You might be able to see a little bit like these. Oh, jeez. God. Okay, what's with this? Now I'm kind of pissed. Like, is this why you haven't been growing? I don't think it's the winter anymore, because it looks like you are suffering. Oh God. Not this plant too. You've never given me any trouble. Now you're rotting. There's a huge piece of what used to be roots that has now decomposed. This video took a very dark turn. I know, I'm sorry for this sounding so depressing right now, because I am kind of... God, okay. There's still enough roots going on for this one, at least. This is probably the biggest piece on this plant. With that being said, today we're definitely going to be utilizing the beneficial microbes for this repot, because The roots are all struggling. Even if we put everything together, this much, that's it. That's all we have left. Almost makes me want to chop up the whole plant and restart it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to this plant. It's still looking so good. I'm going to try to just let it grow back in a much smaller pot. And if it keeps rotting, then I think it will be time to chop it. Just using my usual chunky mix. And same old thing like we used before. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing right now because I've never rehabbed plants with root issue like this before. Usually I would water propagate a plant to reroot them again. I am just kind of feeling stubborn and not in the mood to reroot this plant this time. Maybe that would be a huge mistake, but it is what it is. There's that. With some more potting mix. And I'm gonna put these 2 smaller pieces in. Sorry for sounding like such a downer today. It's just not my kind of day. Health-wise, I'm already in a tough spot. Energy-wise, it's not existing. And then trying to do a fun little repot turn into plant rescue. Do you make funny faces when you do something that requires high concentration? I was watching one of my footage the other day. That's me doing the moss pull. My face was like this the whole time. I was like, God, I can't even edit that out. And there's so many weird habits that I didn't notice until I started making videos of myself. I'm like, why do I always lick my lips when I'm mid-sentence? Of course, I cut those parts out of the video, so you don't have to watch that too. This piece is falling out. This is even, see, the roots are so short, they're not even staying down. I am just so annoyed right now. Probably gonna have to lose these 2 bottom leaves here because I need more stuff to be buried underneath. All right, this is what we have now. It's a much smaller pot than what we planned before. However, I am glad I caught the rot in action, and hopefully this plant will bounce back. No, this piece is trying to come out again. Here's my Hoya Matilde, freshly repotted and rehabbing now. This one I might have recently watered, so it could be a little tricky. Really oh, it's actually coming out as a whole. Very nice. These are fresh soil, so I'm gonna try to save them. Try to put the whole thing in there without too much root disturbance. Yeah, I can feel some empty spots in there. It's not completely all the way in. Release the cuttings, and I'll show you the roots. Am I saving these little cups? Possibly. Yeah. You see the roots? The pole cross have pretty fine roots, so it's not the most impressive thing, but wherever you see some perlites hanging on there, that's where the new roots have grown. Yeah, this one has the most root growth on it. So here are those cuttings, and I have one more little cup here. I'm gonna release 2. This one, oh, this one is like crazy. You see all that? Yeah, but the yellowing on the leaf is starting to developing, so that's also why I want to repot these. I'm just gonna see where we have some space, maybe here. I'm using my chopstick since I already have it out. Dig a little hole. I want to stick that very big piece in first. Let me get some more perlites off of it. Don't want so much perlite on it. It's fine to mix the perlite into your soil. It's just every type of different potting media has different water retention rate, so I don't want to have the roots fully covered by perlite. Therefore, it will have a different water retention rate than the rest of the potting mix around it, which could potentially cause issue. So yeah, it's just more like I'm being very cautious with that. Okay, stick it in there. Push the roots down a little bit, very gently with my finger. Then getting some soils in there. I told you everyone's sick. Where should I put the next one? God, I already feel like we're out of the room. Maybe like back here. I can dig a little hole here, but don't dig too much. Don't want to break off the roots around it. This one has good root system. I'm gonna put 2 in this hole. Like, yeah. Somebody's making a drink. I could already tell. Oh, today I saw someone commenting online saying that the YouTube copyright is very, very messed up. Like, there was a content creator who did a video in a public place in a park, and somebody was walking by him and basically was singing a song, and because of that his video got copyrighted. I'm like, what? I originally was going to do a little parody of the song Golden when I did a moss poll. However, I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore because this copyright thing is just so intense. I think we're done here. Yeah. that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. It always helps me when you watch the whole thing. And then honestly, sometimes I feel like knowing that somebody might be just doing their own chores around the house, having this video playing in the background, you don't have to necessarily be looking at me. I still feel like it's almost like two friends hanging out with each other, you know. And then that's kind of why I create these type of content for, because I personally enjoy watching those type of chores, plenty chores videos myself, and I just listen to the person talking, and I like when it's a familiar voice. Overall, it really feels like you just have invited a friend over to your house as you're doing your chores. You're not by yourself, so it's less boring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope my video kind of served as that for you today. And before I end this whole video today, I wish you a very happy 2026. I hope you had a great New Year celebration, either enjoying your alone time or with your friends and family. And I hope to make more interesting contents for you in this following year. So, yep, I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.